Welcome to That Weird Friend podcast. I'm your host, Ariana Kaminsky, and if you're weird, I hope you'll be my friend. So I bet right now you're wondering why I clicked on this podcast, and I'm going to tell you right now. It's probably because you also have been weird at some point in your life. We all have. We think something we did was so strange and that other people will stare at us for the rest of our lives and not forgive that one little thing we did that keeps on circulating in our minds, but in reality no one really focused on that small thing except you. As I got older, I think I've come to the conclusion that we're all weird, our own brand of weird, and that should be celebrated. Sometimes it can be easy to feel isolated and alone in our feelings, and I think by being honest and open, we can make everyone feel less alone because they know that they are not the only ones who have gone through their situations. They're not the only ones who have been embarrassed in front of a huge group of people. This podcast is going to be about talking about those weird experiences and being honest about them and having different people on here talking about their weird experiences so we can, as a group, realize that those weird things are things that everyone does and they're not unique to us. Everyone goes through these experiences where they feel out of their element. That's what life is about, getting out of your comfort zone, messing up, and learning from it. So I hope through this podcast, we can make everyone feel less alone and that messing up is okay and that getting embarrassed can be good for our ego and that all these things that we go through might feel really awkward in the moment and we might get embarrassed and we might feel upset with ourselves and this one memory might be so ingrained in our mind that we can't think about anything else for a week. But by going through these experiences and sharing them together, we can realize that we're all that weird friend. We all go through these things and we're not alone. So I hope you join me on this podcast and realize that you're that weird friend and I'm that weird friend and we're all that weird friend. So really, we're not that weird because we're all weird. Hope to catch you next week on That Weird Friend podcast. I'm your host, Ariana Kaminsky. I hope you stick around because I like your type of weird. I hope you like mine.